You've added 2 more layers of people that can possess, deliver, and produce marijuana under the statute. So we add more people to the mix, muddies the water a little more.
Supporters and opponents of medical marijuana dispensaries faced off in a debate about the effects Measure 74 would have if passed into law. Those for and against the measure are discussing the local consequences of that statewide proposition. Good evening, I'm Ashley Hall. Well, no one is sure what the end result will be. Those on both sides are arguing their case. Newswatch 12's Brian Navarro is live in the Medford newsroom and reports what each side says Measure 74 can do to Oregon.
Those in favor of Measure 74 say it would provide a reliable supply to patients who need medical marijuana, while individuals from law enforcement say it could make their job more difficult. The two groups debated earlier tonight.
I don't think it's going to help. I think it's going to make it worse.
One OSP officer says if Measure 74 passes, it would make an already difficult job even harder. Measure 74 would permit state-regulated dispensaries of medical marijuana to distribute the drug to prescribed patients. Supporters say the dispensaries created under the measure would provide patients with consistent access.
So too would Measure 74 complete the job by making sure that patients have safe access to a reliable, regulated supply of medical marijuana.
Currently, medical users must find a grower who can provide them with marijuana. But if the measure passes, it would open up more options for patients.
The reason that there's a need for this initiative is that patients don't have access, let alone access to a broad array of different kinds. And
another worker in law enforcement says he does not want to limit access to the drug.
Propose that if you are going to call it medicine, then you need to treat it as such, and you put it into a pharmacy, and that's how you control it.
Law enforcement says Measure 74 would add 2 more layers of people that can possess, deliver, and produce marijuana. And that would make it more difficult for police to determine if a person has legal possession of the drug.
So I have to know the person's name, I have to know the address, I have to know something personal before I can go to OMMP and say, is this an approved grow site?
There is one item that the two sides agree on. Patients should have better access to marijuana. However, they can't agree if Measure 74 is the right step. Those who participated in the debate say there are about 40,000 medical marijuana users in the state of Oregon. If the measure were to pass, it's estimated to create anywhere from $3 million to $20 million of revenue for the state. Live in the Medford newsroom, Brian Navarro, Newswatch 12.